Hi English 10, Miss Long here. This is the first full week of April, and we are continuing with our play, A Raisin in the Sun. So this is April 4th through April 10th. Basically, this is our session. The assignments have been streamlined this week because some of you are going to be participating in CMAS and PARCS testing, and so we've been asked to kind of reduce the workload just a little bit in light of that. So this is what we're looking at. You have 3 basic assignments to complete with a couple of optional assignments and extra credit assignments. So here's the deal. Work ethic continues like it did in the beginning of Unit 7. You can do it week by week instead of having to do the entire unit. And you can either make a plan in advance and submit that, or you can do a reflection at the end of the week on how you used your time. Either way, it's 3% of the session points. There's a journal this week that is an optional journal. That is not extra credit per se, but it is extra points added to your grade. So if the points that were added to your grade at the beginning of the year, like Unit 5, weren't very good points for you, this is an opportunity to spread out that and get some more good points in to balance that out. So if you want to do a journal, there's a free ride available for you. You will get 30 points added into your grade. Again, not extra credit, but it will generally help your grade. Generally, it helps, percentage or two, depending on where the student's at. The main task in our week is to look at Act 2 of A Raisin in the Sun. And you'll remember that you have both options, video and online text in that. So you don't need to go out and get the play. But as you are reading this play, you will be picking out quotations that are salient to you. They say something about character or theme or the perspectives of blacks in the 1950s or the perspectives of women in the 1950s. And you'll continue this week with that dialectical journal that you had last week. You did a good job on it. A little bit more summary than inference and interpretation. But I would really like to see you continue that with some new quotes this week from Act 2. And you're going to write the quote, where it came from, and that might not be a character, it might be stage directions, and why it's important, what that quotation shows us. And really right here, be sure that you're not just summarizing or paraphrasing what happened in the play, but really interpreting, why did this really strike you? It says something about character. It says something about the dynamics in the family. It says something about theme. Interpret that a little bit more. And so think to yourself, when you're looking at a quotation, is this true? Is the person really a reliable narrator? Can you make any predictions from this? Do you see any figurative language or symbolism? That would be another thing you could look at as well. So take you to that. You'll turn that in. And then we'll have some discussion on the play itself, where you'll choose one of these prompts and use a well-structured paragraph in the PEA style. Give a point, give evidence of it, analyze why that evidence is important on one of these 3 prompts here. And you'll need to respond to other people, respond with about 150 words yourself, and distribute your posts throughout the week. Then our last assignment for this session, we'll be looking at figurative language and inference in A Raisin in the Sun. There are 3 videos here to explain what inference and figurative language are. And so after you've viewed those videos and looked at the handout that talks about what figurative language is, then you'll answer these 3 questions in about 2 to 3 robust sentences each. So you'll give examples of the use of literal and figurative language. An example that comes to mind is when Walter says, "Man, I'm a volcano." Well, he's not literally spewing lava. That would be figurative. So an example like that of when Lorraine Hansberry in writing this is using figurative language to support an idea that she's trying to convey. You'll use this in the final theme essay that you do for the unit. So do take some good examples of that when you do your quotations. And then you'll find some information that's provided in the text and give an inference on it. The fact that that at the beginning Ruth is kind of in a little bit of a tiff with Walter is saying something about the history with the money. The fact that she gets him up is saying something about the power structure in the family. So think about what's there and what you can conclude from thinking about what's there. And that's our week. And at the end of this next session, we'll be looking at Unit 3. And if you wanted to read ahead, you are certainly welcome to do so. You'll do another dialectical journal for Unit 3, so you can get started on that if you wish. Have a great week and be in touch with any questions.